Hello, fellow travelers. I'm Veronica from Human Design Journey, exploring the channels in human design. So, what is a channel in human design, actually? It is a definition created between two gates. So, when we look at the body graph and we see all these numbers, those are gates. And those gates are extrapolated here in the geometrical figures, which are called centers. And you can see my other videos on centers. And when those two gates on each side of a center connect, and a definition is being created between those two gates connecting the two centers. So when those two gates are connected, there is a continuous relationship between those two centers, like consistent energy flow freely and sustainably between them. And wherever we have openness, the white energy there flows inconsistently. So it's not something we can rely that it's going to be every time the same. On the opposite, we can rely that it might be most probably different every time. And where it's colored, we call it defined in human design. It's something that is consistently there. It's going to be there all the time. So we can rely on that. So definition in our design is in our chart. It's basically our life force, and it is unique and distinguishable from all other life forms, and it's what makes us unique. So on one hand, it is our what conditions those around us, and it is what carries our gifts, our uniqueness. And at the same time, it determines as well as our limitations. Because look at it. When we look at the circuitry, there are 64 gates. Each have behind the dot, you see here 51.5. Behind the dot, there are 6 lines. Behind those lines, there are 6 color, base, tone. The tones are, the bases are 5, and the other are each 6. So when you multiply this, gives 1,028 combinations of each separate gate. And there are 64 gates. So basically you see it's numerous combinations, and it really distinguishes you, makes you different than all the rest. And as well, it limits you, because wherever you have definition, let's say here we looked at the 51st gate, 0.5, it's in the ego center. So we can see it here. This person will always feel shocking. They also have it one more time, so 2 times. And it will always be through those 2 lenses, the 51.5 and the 51.1. And there is no possibility for anything else to go in there, because it's a definition. It's closed. The energy there is continuously floating, so no other external energy can enter. While where we have whiteness, external energy can enter. So what does it mean? It means that our definition limits us to only feel the 25.5 and 51.5 and 51.1 and nothing else. So it both defines our gifts, because it's a gift, this very specific way of seeing things and feeling and Here it will be, yeah, willing them. It's the ego, it's an ego gate, and um, self-empowering gate. So we have 36 such channels, which form a combination between two gates. And the gates are 64, 36 channels. And basically, those channels, if we look at them, they are synthesis of two gates. So two gates create the channel between the two centers. So the communication between those two centers is very specific. And it is the combination of two very different things. Energy is coming from very different centers, very different energy hubs. And it's the this and that. And the channel is both this and that. And yet it's neither this nor that. It's when we even look at the channel in person's design, we're not so interested in the gate. Yes, we are, but the channel kind of is on top of that. Like it's the quantum, and the quantum is bigger than its parts. Together, they create something completely new. It's new energy, energy force, life force. It's blueprint, which is colored and colors the rest. We impact with our definition others who are open, undefined there, the whiteness. So with our energy, which is very specific, very narrowed, we're a little bit like horse with shutters in these areas where we're defined. We impact others with this energy. And here the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And there are many layers of synthesis, whether we can look at whether the gates are in harmony. For instance, if we look here, 2551 channel, we have 25 in line 3, we call it, behind the dot, and it is in dissonance with the 51.1 and with the 51.5. So the energy here will flow, but it will be in dissonance. And for instance, if we had the 2, the 5 and the 2, if 25 was in line 2, then there would be harmony with the fifth line. Or if it was 25.5, they'll be in resonance. But no, here we have dissonance. So you see there are different layers to the way channels, gates connecting the channel and the way the energy flows. And there are many layers of this synthesis, depending on which planet and da-da-da. But still, together, they create something completely new, and it's a life force. So this, if we look at the different channels in the body graph, they create kind of a circuit board because energy flows in between different parts of the body graph, different parts of our body, of course. And this circuit board, like electricity board, gets interrupted here and there and flows freely and in some places, and that gives us our definition, our uniqueness, and slows us down where there are gaps until energy comes from outside to connect those gaps and to kind of move along and wake up dormant gates in open centers and hook up the harmonic gate on the other side where we have only one gate and open. So there are many layers, but here we can separate those channels into groups, and we call those groups circuit groups. And those groups they kind of map distinctively, differently, but yet interconnectedly with roots, where different ways where energy flows and between the different centers. And circuitry creates a general framework. And it's a framework for interpreting the body graph of a very complex human being. And each channel with its gates adds its theme to that framework. So we have the integration channel, it's called. It's from one to it's from several integration, the so-called integration channels. Therefore, 5734, 3420, they're called 2010 and 5720. There is one more 3410, but it's part of a minor circuit and it's the centering circuit. It's not part of the integration channels. Yet, this is keynoted self-empowerment. So everybody with the integration circuit will be a self-empowered individual, which is here to survive. And they're very focused on their personal self-empowerment for survival in the now, instinctual survival in the now. It's kind of animalistic energy. It's very primal energy. Then we have the individual circuitry. You see, it's the biggest kind of circuitry in the body. Actually, the collective will be bigger, but it's separated into two minor abstract and logical circuits. But the individual, it's a keynoted empowerment. So it's all very individual. There is melancholy there, moodiness, creativity, a pulse mechanism, and it's what brings change and the new in this world. It brings mutation. It brings growing forward and development. And it is what the collective, the next circuit group, is most afraid of. The collective likes logic and likes models and prediction of patterns based on past experiences for a safer future. It's about sharing, keynoted sharing. So we have self-empowerment, empowerment. Here we have sharing. You want to share your logic. You want to share your understanding. You want to share your making sense of things. And the last one, the tribal circuit group, you see it's all connected to the ego. And here we have the centering circuit part of the individual, the minor circuit I spoke about, where the ego is also involved. But tribal is really about support and about, that's keyword, support, and about a deal, to make a deal, a contract, understanding with the other, whether it's materialistic and capitalistic, or whether it is more social and more honor-based, but still it's a deal. So this is the circuitry of deals, support, being sticky, and you should not forget who gave you the support. It's very tribal, very togetherness, and it's about sharing the same values, the same God, if you will, the same religion, the same tribal traits, which connect you with the other and bring you support. So thanks to the tribal, the individual can strive in this world, because even if you're a freak, even if you're in the individual, you always come from a tribe. and usually from a family, and your family is your tribe. They will support you no matter how freaky you are. Unlike the collective, which is really afraid of new. They want predictability, security, and that comes with logic and understanding and making sense out of things. So you will rarely have, or let me not say rarely, but usually a person is a combination of different energies. Even if you don't have the whole channel, you will have different gates from the different circuit groups. And it gives you different flavors from integration, self-empowerment, or individual, the melancholy, the empowerment, collective sharing, tribal support. So you will have a combination of those different energies, those different channels and gates. Some people will have more individuality, others integration, or some will be more collective. Like, for instance, I have my personalities on Earth are in individual gates. It's part of the individual circuitry. So this will be very strong in me as energy, individual energy, but they're not part of channels. My channels are actually collective. All my channels are collective. So I will be very collective person, and I would like to share this individuality of mine when it's correct. And this is what I'm doing here in my channel, sharing with you information and insights, which and direction, because my personality gate 2, line 5, it's the driver looking for the most beautiful direction. So sharing my direction, my feeling for direction, my most beautiful way. So you see, we're a combination of these energies. And if you like and subscribe to my channel, you will see more coming about each channel as I'm going to go through it, through each of them. And you will find more information about yourself or your loved ones if you're interested in human design. I'm Veronica from Human Design Journey. If you would like to have a reading with me, foundation analysis, that's a personal reading, or partnership analysis between loved ones or family members or partners, or if you want to have any incarnation cross analysis or any cycle analysis in different cycles of your life, I have explanation videos of what each analysis is about. I'll be glad to serve you and to share my knowledge with you. So, would you like to? Feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, or visit my website with the same name, humandesignjourney.com, Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok. So whatever your media is, we can connect there and see what that brings. Nice talking to you, and speak to you soon. Bye for now.